Hello, today's video is going to be regarding ageism in the workplace. I currently work in the marketing and advertising industry, but this video can be used for any industry. However, it is geared towards millennials and the younger demographic to help them understand and gain a better knowledge of ageism in the workplace. At our agency, we strive to hire a variety of employees. Our employees are new college graduates, and others have been in the industry for decades. We strive to make our company inclusive for all ages and bridge the gap between learnings for all. Here in this video, you will find key learnings to use to increase your awareness regarding appropriate workplace interactions and communication between age demographics. After this video, you should be able to understand difference and intersectionality, define age and ageism, learn about discriminatory practices, learn about attitudes around old age, learn how to improve intergenerational relationships, and understand why age matters. So we want to start this video by defining difference and intersectionality. Recognizing what makes us unique as individuals and coworkers helps us to understand each other's strengths and weaknesses. When we talk about difference in the workplace, this means more than your working style. This is more than John prefers to email in the morning and Kathy prefers to work late at night. Difference means looking at the identities we construct for ourselves. This could be your age, your gender, your race, social class, disability or ability, and looking at the perspectives of these identities. Intersectionality is defined as a concept that acknowledges complex, compounded consequences of belonging to more than one non-dominant group. This video is provided to our younger workers. Some of you reading this may be 25, Hispanic, and middle class, and some of you may be 35, Asian, and have a disability. As our identities intersect, we are able to better understand the parts that make up our whole identity. So let's start by defining age. A common question asked when getting to know your coworkers is, how old are you? A seemingly non-invasive question with the best intention may result in open answers or jokes such as, a woman never reveals her age. Because our employees' ages range from the early 20s to late 60s, we want to start this video by defining age. So, simply put, one complete trip around the sun is equal to 1 year. Dr. Allen and Merriam-Webster define age as the time of life at which some particular qualification, power, or capacity arises or rests. Our age can also be defined by experiences we have lived through. While two individuals might both be 30 years old, they have each lived their own experiences and one may feel older. We are also segmented by specific generations. A generation is roughly between 20 to 30 years. You have Gen Alpha, Gen Z, Millennials, Gen X, Boomers 2, Boomers 1, the Silent Generation, and the Greatest Generation. So let's take a moment to think about this. Do you feel older than your real age? If you're 30, do you feel like you're 40? Also, what generation are you from? What generation is your best work friend from? And what generation do you see the most at our agency? With age comes ageism. As we age, we are not afforded the same opportunities as the generations beneath us. With age comes wisdom, but with age also comes ageism and discrimination. Ageism is defined as a systematic stereotyping and discrimination against people because they are old. Although old age can be defined as someone who is older than 55, old age may also be relative to the working environment. For example, one of our directors may be 50 years old, which is double the age of our newest account coordinator. For this scenario, the generational gap of 25 years may make the director feel old in comparison when really 50 is middle age. So let's talk about ageism as discrimination. Your relationships will vary during your employment. Some of your favorite coworkers may in fact be those of the next generation. Research states that adults who have close intergenerational friendships are more likely to report having a positive attitude about aging over those who don't. We know relationship building will come in the form of best friends or casual acquaintances, and we ask that you take care in these relationships and be mindful of the other person's feelings. Unfortunately, comments and jokes about someone's age may be received as inappropriate communication. While you and your friend may also have a clear understanding, others listening may also interpret jokes about old age as offensive. More importantly, purposefully leaving someone out of a project due to their age is discrimination. Due to the increase in technological advances in our area of expertise, we may work with folks who don't have a clear understanding of digital technology or social media. However, this does not make them any less apt to do their job. In 1967, the Age Discrimination in the Workplace Act, also called ADEA, was passed in the United States. This protected employees from discrimination in the processes of hiring, promotion, termination pay, and other benefits of the job. This job protection helps older employees in our industry due to the fact that our practices may be considered new and fresh. And while these technologies may not be fully understood by our employees over 40, this allows them an equal opportunity to work for us, provide us with their talents, as well as provides them an opportunity to learn. So let's stop and think about this. Have you ever witnessed discrimination against an older employee in your workplace? And what does that discrimination look like to you? Is it an offensive joke or is it more serious than that? Additionally, is 40 years old considered old to you? Should the ADEA increase its age limit to protect workers starting at 50 years old instead of 40 or even 60 years old? Let's discuss a few attitudes and perceptions of old age and older workers. Based on scientific information in the late 1800s, older persons were stereotyped as needing constant medical care as they aged. Called the deficit model of aging, this reinforced the idea that older people need care because their health and mental capabilities decline. While older people do need care, this information was gleaned from physicians who treated only sick and elderly people and is a misrepresentation of this age group. This way of thinking, unfortunately, may lead younger employees to categorize older employees as a problem, and this may lead to exclusion from activities and working teams. Stereotypes around old age, including not understanding the times, not being up to date with technology and current events, and having an outdated way of thinking and processes. Older persons are sometimes not given the opportunity to learn a new skill set. A young person may be too impatient to teach because teaching something new might take too long. We live in a society that is always on the go, always moving from one task to the next as quickly as possible. They may also feel that the older generation is unwilling to learn. Additionally, due to stereotypes already imposed, older persons may not work up to their potential if they already feel judged. This is called stereotype threat. Or as they age, they become the older generation and stereotype themselves. This is called a self source threat. We hire people in all stages of their life and work to create cohesive and collaborative working environments. This means that regardless of age, health concerns, or assumptions, each employee is treated with equal respect. We foster a learning environment that includes teaching younger coworkers about our company history and teaching those who have worked in this industry for a while about the new and great technologies we have adapted to. There will be a variety of generations working at our company at one time. Historically, roles were filled with older employees at the top and in C suite positions, middle aged workers filling the middle level positions, and the youngest workers filling entry level roles. We have chosen to blend roles and generations. This means any generation can fill any role based on their skills and not age. Due to today's technology and advances in our marketing industry, many of our younger employees are able to hold advanced positions, and older employees are able to take on junior positions, allowing them to learn new tools for their personal and professional development. So let's think about your perceptions and attitudes of your older coworkers. Have you ever avoided teaching someone something new because of their age? Would you be willing to revisit this conversation with them again based on what you just learned? So let's move forward into fostering intergeneral relationships and positive attitudes. How do we do this? We can start by implementing cultural humility. Start by analyzing your role in your relationships and ask yourself, where do you stand? Are you the oldest of your siblings, your friend group? Are you the youngest? And how do you treat others? How are you treated? Are there any biases you have found? Now think about the attitudes you hold against older people. If you think highly of the next generation, then you are probably already mindful of your attitudes about this group of people. Could you improve these relationships further? It might be time for you to branch out and hold more genuine conversations. Go to lunch, learn a little bit more about your coworkers. Did you find that you do hold a bias or judgment against your older colleagues? Maybe you recognize that you aren't as willing to help out or have patience. First, reflect on reasons why you may feel this way. You are probably used to hearing stereotypes about older people and subconsciously or consciously choose to avoid them. Next, think about any imbalances at work. Being a young person affords you greater knowledge about new technology, digital marketing, social media, and trends. In this situation, you hold power over those with less knowledge. Can you take what you know and share this information with others, teaching and uplifting them? Although our leaders are the most responsible for holding our organization accountable, is there any way that you as an individual can help hold us accountable? Do you see places for improvement? As an organization, we should take the same steps that you do as an individual. First, we need to reflect as an organization if we are fostering intergenerational relationships. Are we building teams with diverse backgrounds, with diverse ages? Is anyone at work in a silo? Are we holding activities to build our culture? Next, we need to work on power imbalances. There is a hierarchy at work, and we need to maintain some level of separation. But is there an equal distribution of power amongst age groups? There's no reason why one age group should dominate one department. And lastly, as an organization, are we really being accountable for all of the topics we speak on? While we can talk about inclusion for all ages, are we really hiring individuals of all ages for all roles? Is everyone on an equal footing, and are we supporting those who may not fully understand this digital age? So let's think about a few things as we wrap up this video. What does organizational age discrimination look like to you? Have you ever participated in discrimination knowingly or unknowingly? What can you do as an individual to combat ageism in the workplace? And what can you personally do to promote an age inclusive environment?